October 15th, workout breakdown, a back day, a partner day. It's going to be a you go, I go. And I'm hoping this video makes it a little bit easier for you guys, not only to be ahead of time, be proactive about finding a partner, but just get a better idea of how it's going to flow so there's no confusion in class, and you and your partner maybe can communicate ahead of time, or even if not, maybe you find each other that day of, you've both watched a video, you both know exactly what's going on, and you guys can just talk about how you want to like attack the exercises rather than like who's doing what and like how are we moving through this and what's the time like. So we've had this set up a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday. We kind of play tested it, wanted to see how it flowed. I've been trying, like I've said in class, to get the sleds incorporated into the workout. And what I mean by that is, I take a lot of pride in when you guys do things, there's a purpose. Like, it's not just like we're doing the sleds to do the sleds. Like, they're set up in an environment where you can actually get something out of it, and it can be progressive, and you guys can find ways to start making markers into your capabilities, and it's not just a bunch of crap tossed together. So it's not super easy because they're kind of awkward. There's only 2 of them, and we have like this awkward amount of people in class, sometimes like 18 people. So this is one of the ones I think it does work in the future. I don't love it because it doesn't give you a ton of time, but I do think it's nice every now and then to have something that we can ping pong around on. And this setup does allow us to still be very productive in terms of volume and weight totally moved, or like your gross tonnage moved, which again I think is really, really important. It is really important in terms of you guys getting stronger and building muscle. So it's you go, I go. You'll be in groups of 2, but there'll be 2 partnerships together. So if class is full, there'll be 4 people in a group. And just, you're working with your partner, and the other 2 people are working together. It has nothing, they don't play off each other at all, but it's just 4 people kind of moving together the entire class. Station 1 is just pull-ups. So I wanted to put something in here that kind of challenged you guys to get to a particular rep count, and I think putting a rep count in there does that. Now obviously everybody's capabilities are different, so I can't give you an exact rep count, so I gave you a flexibility here. You have 5 minutes, so I guess I should have started with that. So it's a 5-minute EMOM. And if you were here this Sunday, or that Sunday that we did this type of format a couple weeks ago, it's a little bit different. So don't get confused on how this flows, or think you already know. But 5-minute EMOM, and at the end of the 5 minutes, the next 5-minute EMOM is going to immediately start. So you guys are going to have to go from 1 to 2 immediately, which means that you're not going to want to use the entire 5 minutes. You're going to want to use like 4 minutes and 15 seconds, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever you need, not only to get ready to transition, but to recover from whatever it is you were just doing, and obviously to get on the same page as as your partner moving into the next station. So it's just gonna be a non-stop clock, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 rounds, 50 minutes, and you're gonna work through everything 2 times. So back to the pull-ups, 50 to 80. Talk amongst your partner and figure out like what's a good rep count for the 2 of you to achieve based off of your capabilities. In my head, I think the best way to go about this that I've come up with, I'm sure there's others, is like, hey, like if I'm gonna try to do 7 pull-ups every minute, and you're going to try to do 5, so that's 12 every minute. 12 times 5 is 60 pull-ups. So, let's try to hit 60 pull-ups between the 2 of us. And obviously those numbers are just hypothetical, and you could do whatever you want right there. But there's more than enough time in each minute if you wanted to treat it kind of like an exact EMOM to, both work in there. Or, you could just go. Like, you go, I go. Like, I'm just going to do 10, and you can do 8, and we're just going to go back and forth until we hit whatever our cap is, right? So a couple of ways to approach that. Number 2 is the farmer's carries. So 20 lengths. They're 55 feet lengths. The cones will be out. They'll be parallel with the pull-up bars and the rowers, even though the rowers will be up. Across the whole floor. There'll be 4 cones, obviously 2 lanes, because again, there's 4 people, 2 groups, and it's just you go, I go with as much weight as you can handle. I didn't want to put a gold standard weight on this. I don't necessarily think it fits right now or applies. Maybe down the road as more and more people get more comfortable with their weight, but ultimately leaving it open-ended I think is the way to go, and you guys are just trying to move as much weight as you can, and then just you go, I go with your partner, down and back 20 total times. So down is 1, back is 2, not down and back is 1, for 20 total lengths. And then, and just so you know, 20 total lengths is a couple hundred meters. So it's not like it's not a full track. You're not going like a full 400 meters there. Number 3, sled pull, which is the emphasis of this. This is why the setup is like it is. At this point of the video, or me making this video, we do not have 2 ropes for the sled pull. By October 15th, we should have, knock on wood, 2 ropes, so both sleds will be usable come October 15th, and we can have 2 partnerships on each on the turf, one on each sled, and you guys will you go, I go. The sled pole is trying to do 4 full lengths, which remember, each length is 12.5 meters. The cones will be out as well. And if you do 4 full lengths in your 5 minutes, that is 50 meters poled. And then obviously with the appropriate amount of weights, which there'll be a whiteboard there to help you guys with the math, and whoever's coaching will obviously be there as well. And then number 4, skied. It's just fantastic on back day. Skiing is just so great. I've actually started to enjoy skiing more and more. I hope other people are as well. And hopefully you guys are getting more and more efficient at it, more comfortable on the ski erg. I know it's not, the most, the easiest movement to start to understand and get your body to understand. But baby steps with repetition. Everybody always gets better. So you guys can pick a distance between the two of you, knock that out, rest for the rest of the 5 minutes and transition. And then ball ground to shoulder. What we're trying to do here is, I just caught myself. That's supposed to be a clean to shoulder, not a ground to shoulder. So be very clear. I will edit this. It'll be a clean to shoulder. What I was trying to achieve here was making you guys focus on stability at the top. Again, getting it to your shoulder and stabilizing would be a clean to shoulder. A ground to shoulder, just for clarity purposes, is when you can just chuck it over your shoulder, just turn around and do it again. So control is not exactly a priority when you guys are doing that, where it's a very big priority when you have to get it to your shoulder, stabilize for a 1 or 2 count, and then go back down, which makes it just a little bit more challenging than your typical ground to shoulder. So you go, I go the entire thing, 10 rounds, 50 minutes, 5 minutes each time, non-stop clock. Again, hopefully, you guys get this with enough time to find a partner before October 15th.